Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Steve Areno's Cool Kits, Tamiya P-38 Lightning FG, 148 scale, part 2. Take 1. Boom. All right, we're back. And been down in the spray booth and got some pieces out of the painting cycle. And I thought I would show it here at this stage before stuff starts to get covered up and changed, etc. So let's see, bringing up the little brother bin box. Guys, yeah, it's an inside joke. Anybody who knows him will know what that's about. We got some canvas color paint up here on the bulkhead right in here. And although it is canvas color khaki as the actual paint, the Tamiya paint I'm using, over the silver. And I got to go in and do some detailing on that, where I guess the canvas was probably attached to the bulkhead with what would be silver snaps or rivets or maybe bolts or something like that. So we'll get that one taken care of in short order. A couple other pieces coming up out of the little brother bin box. We got I guess they're the main gear bulkheads, and there's some pieces that attach. You can go ahead and connect them now together, get them all glued up. A little bit of brush detailing here with semi-gloss black, and we got that one covered. The inside, again, upside down, inside out, you got to think backwards a little bit, but what'll be the top of the main gear wells, there's a little bit of detailing in here, and then here and here, talk about that in just a second. The side, and you can go ahead and build these pieces up now, but they probably have some kind of specific names, and there's a little bit of what would have been black rubber gasketing a couple places that you paint now, and then there's some zinc chromate yellow that's called for up in here. And these two side pieces will attach and fit in right there. Ultimately right there and right there. So we've got these all set, and the reason I'm putting them together like this right now is the next step I have to do is go down and use that chipping solution and get that on there before I go over with my different washes, because I want to simulate that grime, muck, crud, etc. dust that would have been there on the airfields in the South Pacific where this aircraft operated. Rotating around to the Lazy Susan here, we got some of the main pieces that will be going into the pilot's area, and radio tray back here, which will be behind the pilot's seat, the armor plating behind his head. I guess you would call it a support bracket. Got that all painted up. And then the armor plating, it's going to be a two-part color. Actually, the part I have masked off here, that's actually painted differently. Oh, let me turn it around the correct orientation. That's going to be a different color it calls for on the instructions. So it's one of those mixture combination ratio things. So we'll be bringing that one into play in short order. Got the sides of the pilot's compartment painted up. We'll be going over those in short order with black for different controls and boxes and stuff that were mounted on the sidewalls that were painted the zinc chromate green. Got that. Chipping solution down on the main floor here. We'll be going over there and scratching that off on a pretty nifty tool that I have. I'll show in just a second for taking some of that paint off. Rudder Petals. I decided on mine to go ahead and paint these on the lower half zinc chromate green. And of course the actual instrument panel will be semi-gloss black like the instructions call for. Control yoke. Not sure what this piece is called, but that mounts on the floor next to the pilot's seat. And of course, as I talked about, we went over the chip solution and we finished off with the zinc chromate green. We'll be going back over and scratching off some of the paint off of this for a wear pattern. So, and then main pilot wheel compartment, and then we've got the hump in here where the nose wheel landing gear comes up in here, right? So we've got this covered like that. One more thing I forgot to mention is you'll want to make sure that you pay attention to the instructions and you go over and get this painted here. That radio support tray mounts, see, I think it's this way. It goes over this, but you're certainly going to see this area underneath it because it floats over it. So you're going to want to make sure you catch this with the zinc chromate green, as well as the side pieces here and here. You guys can do them any way you want, but I kind of hit them with the airbrush while I had that color mixed up. Okay, good enough. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, Steve Areno Cool Kits, Tamiya P-38G 148, Part 2 continued. Take 1, boom. Okay. Well, we've been getting pieces out of the spray booth, and I'm in, section 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of some stuff from ahead with this seat over here. But I just, this engineering on this kit is so incredible that I just wanted to show it like this, and then just show how it literally, almost just falls together. So, this piece is the main floor plan. You've got the steering yoke over here with the wheel in place. There is a decal you want to make sure that you get installed. It's shown decal 54. It's right up there. Okay, right up there where I'm pointing. So you have to get that installed before you start putting this all together. Would be the left side of the pilot's cockpit. The right side is up here, the seat. And then, of course, we talked about this piece a couple times before, the floor plan. And then of course, the control panel up here with all the instrument panel with a bunch of very complicated looking buttons and knobs and switches and stuff up here. That piece fits in right here. So let me cut back in just a minute when I have this all put together, and you'll see how this thing just falls together. And the engineering is just so incredible. What I'm talking about is like this piece just fits right in here. This kit, what can I say? It's just look at that. It's just what we always wanted to have in our 1/48 scale kits. This thing is so precise. The tolerances are so tight. The way this thing just falls together, it just, look at that. Just, can you believe it? Look at that. Just incredible the way this fits together. It's just, you wouldn't believe it. Look at that. Isn't that just fantastic? Incredible. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Bye. All right, back. Let's see. So this thing, put a piece of paper here for contrast. So the pilot's area, the cockpit, went together really well. Can you guys see that? And as I mentioned, I was going to do that technique. Let me pull the seat out, where we would. So, this is how it came out. Let me try to get the light here where you guys can see that maybe a little bit better. Okay, yeah, there's a hole in the middle there, and that is because what? That is because it fits over the the nose gear wheel hump like that. You see that there? How that went together like that. And then obviously the seat would be in there, but it fits in here like that. Okay, so that is straight. Let's see. There. Okay, so that's the configuration. And then this whole stiffening beam goes in underneath the underneath the wings, right? So there's that. And I made mention of this weathering technique that I use. I said I had, well, I do have a fancy tool that's like this, and it's got these fiberglass bristle things which you can put into this holder, and it's also got some different kind of metal where you can get more ambitious, but I end up making a lot of my own tools. So this is just a paintbrush that I cut down smooth, and I don't know, I end up really doing better with, as I've said before, no matter how many fancy tools I have, you know, I end up doing most of my modeling with tools like this. So I'm gonna keep buying these fancy tools, and then I keep using these simple tools that I make. So I don't know. That's just my modeling. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.